Okay, today I'm going to be making a pineapple upside down cake on my 1908 Home Comfort wrought iron range in a shed at my grandma's house on the lake, which is 7 minutes away from here, my apartment where I live. Let's go. Okay, we'll be going in my 1926 Ford Model T truck. Let's get it started. I'm here. Now I'm going to chop some wood for the fire. Oh, that broke interesting. Okay, I have gathered the wood, and as I said, we're in a shed, so it's a mess in here. The player piano's in here as well. It's used as storage, and it also has the wood stove that I want to put at my museum house whenever I'm able to purchase an old Victorian house and put it there. Once I get the museum, y'all can come see it, and y'all can stay there. It'll be a bed and breakfast, and the money I make from that will bring me profit as well to continue making more videos and content that's more interesting. Anyway, let's put this wood in here and get it started. Okay, let's put the wood in here. We're probably going to end up burning some bituminous coal as well. So not just wood, but actual coal from the earth. So there are no fire starter logs to assist me, so we're going to have to use newspaper and small twigs, and we'll work our way from smallest twigs to biggest logs. And that is how we'll start the fire without the aid of a fire starter. So since we're going to start out burning wood, the grate on the stove inside there on the burner grates should be the flat end, not the grate like that with holes in it. That's ideal for burning coal because it likes lots of oxygen. This is ideal for wood. Let's go ahead and crumple up some paper, put it in there, and put the smallest twigs and work our way up and start the fire. Okay, now I'm going to light the stove. Now every time I cook on this stove, I always get comments on, your hands are dirty, you need to wash your hands. I wash my hands all the time. I don't record my whole life on camera. Also, there is soot in this stove. I don't know if y'all are aware, and that will blacken the hands. But yeah, no, my hands are clean, or they were clean when I first started out. But yeah, so let's get this fire started. Also, to the people who think everything has to be old, I'm not Amish. It's just style. I have a certain style that I like, but it doesn't have to be that style. For instance, I'm recording on an iPhone. Duh. Oh, and also, I've got to make sure this damper is open back here. Which it is. It is. It is. It is. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's get this fire started. Okay, now I believe the fire is burning decently. Let's check. Yes, that looks good. So now we just have to let the oven warm up. People always ask me, how do you control the temperature on that stove? So the more air a fire will get, the hotter it will burn. So to raise the temperature in the oven and of the range, you open the damper to allow more air into the firebox. Now you also have a damper up here. This kind of cuts back on the smoke output, kind of dampening the fire by pushing smoke up against it basically and only letting a certain amount of smoke out. You also have a damper at the back of the stove. If you were to close this damper, it closes a little damper up here, it closes a flap up here, which forces the fire and the heat from the firebox and the smoke to go around, down this wall, under the oven box, then straight back, then up the chimney. That causes convection currents in the oven, and it cooks your food more evenly that way. And that's how you work this thing. Okay, the range has preheated. Now we will begin mixing our pineapple upside down cake. Okay, we're going to start by melting 1/4 a cup of butter. I just washed that pot, so it's wet on the bottom. Okay, our butter is melting. Okay, the butter has melted. Now we're going to add it into this little dish. This is all I could find to cook the pineapple upside down cake in. After we add the butter to here, we're going to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. This is going to make up our crust. Now we're going to lay out some pineapples over this. Now we're going to fill the holes with cherries. And I just know somebody's going to comment on the cleanliness of this. Well, I'm not making this cake for you, so I'm making it for myself. Okay, now we'll set this aside and start making the cake batter. Put it in here. Okay, to start making the cake batter, we're going to put 1 1/2 cups of cake flour in this little mixing bowl. Now we're going to add about 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now we'll add 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we'll add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we must melt 6 more tablespoons of butter. Okay, the butter has melted. Let's add that to the cake mix, or the cake batter. And I went ahead and added some coal to our fire. It looks like it's just now starting to ignite. The bituminous coal is down there, and I stacked it in the back as well. There it is. So that coal will burn way longer than that wood. Anthracite would be the best, but bituminous coal is the second best. Now, burning the coal, we've got to watch for clinkers. This is a clinker. It is as hard as concrete, but that is what a clinker is. Clinkers are just impurities in the coal, and it all melts and then congeals, basically. Okay, now I'm going to add 3/4 a cup of white sugar to this. And now I'm going to add 2 egg whites. Here are the egg whites. I beat them by hand with this fork in this bowl. Took me about 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and add those. Now we're going to add 1/3 a cup of sour cream to this. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to this. Now we're going to add 1/4 a cup of our pineapple juice. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Okay, now we're going to pour this over our cherries and pineapple and brown sugar and butter. Now we're going to bake this until it's done. Let's check if our coal has ignited yet. It has. It's under that wood log right there. And this coal is starting to ignite as well. It is hot. Now that some of our coal is burning, we may add more. Over here in these bags, I have 500 pounds of bituminous coal. I paid $127 for it at a Farrier Supply. When this stuff starts burning, it smells sulfury. Now we'll just let the cake bake. Okay, the pineapple upside down cake is coming along nicely. There it is. Cooking away. I think it might be done. Okay, the pineapple upside down cake is done. Here is a toothpick, and we're going to insert this into the cake. And it came out clean. It is done. Let's take it out of here. Also, our coal fire is burning hot. Well, it's hot in the back. This will probably burn the rest of the night. If I close the damper, it will definitely burn the rest of the night. People would do this back in the day. They would restock the fuel in their stove, and then they close the dampers, and it'd still be going the next morning, and they'd add to that and let it burn the rest of the day so that your stove was already warmed up and ready to go for the day. Okay, here is the cake since I took it out of the oven. Now I'm going to flip it. So here's the cake just in case it doesn't make it when I flip it. Okay, here we go. One pineapple is sticking. Ow. Okay. And there it is. And there is the cake. Okay.
I want that cherry. Is it just one?
Oh, oh, bunch. Put another log on the fire.
Oh, that's good.
That's very yummy.
Mm.
Delicious.